You guys are getting a very raw, real reaction.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little...
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and I sound so tired. I was about to say I look so tired. This is, I guess, the first time I'm talking all morning. Good morning, guys. I definitely look like death. We went out last night and I had to wake up early this morning, if I could fix this, to make sure my Vlogmas day 3 was edited, uploaded, thumbnail, all of that. Because I realized with this whole Vlogmas thing, I am gonna have to wake up early if I go out the night before because I won't be able to, you know, finish editing, and I wanna give you guys the full picture of like my days. I don't wanna just like end it at 4 p.m. every day. So cheers to feeling a little bit tired on Vlogmas day 4 already. No, we're fine, we're doing well, we're okay. I actually have my ice roller. Putting it on for the first time is so shocking. It's like a shocking cold, but I definitely need this. I'm not hungover or anything. If you watch Vlogmas day 3, we just went out to an Italian place, had a few drinks. Maybe my head hurts a tiny bit, but nothing awful. Honestly, when I get really bad hangovers, it's my stomach. Like that's when I just can't be a member of society. It's also the day after I got my hair cut, which I haven't even brushed my hair yet today, so don't mind it, but it's still like, what? I think I might try to do like a half up, half down thing. I love doing that with short hair, and I feel like I never take advantage when it's in this stage because it grows so freaking fast, but I'm happy about it. I really am. Like the stages of getting a drastic cut, it's like, what have I done? Do I have regrets? Will it grow back? But I forgot how much I love having short hair. Today is a very exciting day for Zach and I though, and I'm going to get ready and then we'll explain in the car.
Oh, oh, la, 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 oh, oh, la, 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 oh, oh.
All right, I want to start out by giving Zach some credit where credit is due. He was not only ready on time, he was a little early by a minute.
Thanks, Clance. I appreciate you giving me credit, but if we would have left at 9:58, which we did, or 10:01, nothing in life would have mattered. Changed, but
I'm just saying I appreciated it because Zach was just on the couch, just chilling at like 9:38, and I was kind of a little nervous, and I just went up to him, I said, Zach, I would appreciate if you could be ready at 10, and you did. We're making moves.
We're making moves.
And we really are making moves with our future plans. So you guys know we've been on this whole travel journey where we are staying in a new city each month in a short-term rental, like an Airbnb or VRBO. But we came down to St. Petersburg in October and we kind of freaking loved it. So much so that we decided to stay an extra month, and so much so that right now we are going apartment hunting. So yeah, I mean, what's the percentage that we actually moved down here? Because it's not 100, I would say.
No, it's not, because we have to find something that makes sense. I don't know. We haven't talked about this. I'd be curious to hear your percentage.
Oh, want to say it at the same time?
Sure.
I love doing this. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 80%. Oh, okay. Wow, he's playing it a little.
Honestly, there's no difference in those percentages, though. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, it really depends if we find something. Like, if we find something, then it's like 100%, I think.
So the apartments down here downtown are ridiculously expensive, but it's where we want to be. Like, we want to be downtown. There's no point in living in a place like in like an area we don't want. And sure, there are other parts we might explore, but downtown is just so cool. We've never like splurged on an apartment before. Granted, our last one was nice, but we like it was like a step down from the, you know, downtown Cincinnati prices. I think we were paying like $15.60. So I don't know, these prices are really, Zach, be prepared. They're frightening. They really are.
Well, no, the prices are going to be insane. So I think we just have to shop around and just wait somebody out on them folding to give us a good deal.
So the timeline would be we are going home to Long Island in December, at the end of the month. December 19th, we start our journey. We're making one pit stop along the way to check out a city I've always wanted to see. And then Zach is going on a ski trip to Montana. He's gonna spend time at home. We're gonna be long distance. Oh my gosh. For like,
Bummer.
like, whoa. Is that sarcasm?
Yeah, I'm sad.
Zach, you're gonna miss me. And then, obviously, we are homeless. What's really nice is that as we're home, I mean, obviously we're saving money by living with my parents. Like, you know, they're not gonna charge us rent. Obviously, I'm still paying for my own groceries and all that, but the rent is a big thing. And then we're gonna have to come up with a game plan. I think today, seeing these apartments is going to be very enlightening as to, are we serious about this? Are we really gonna move downtown to St. Petersburg? And I know another huge thing, I've always talked about how I wanna buy a home, I wanna buy property. We don't just wanna buy here in St. Petersburg without having spent a summer here or a full year really like getting the full picture, because once we buy, I mean, you have to stay there for like 5 years for it to be worth it, for you to like not lose money. And prices are still insane. They are coming down, which is great, but they're still not where we want them. So we were thinking we could rent a year and then see. So a lot has changed. Like, were you expecting this? I was not expecting this.
No, I wasn't. I think you were falling in love with the idea of Tampa.
I still love Tampa.
And I've never been there. And I just, for some reason, I just didn't think I'd want to move to Tampa. It's not that close to the beach. You're an hour, 10 minutes away sometimes. So I just wasn't sold on that idea until I had to see it. But then we've lived here and I've enjoyed it here. I don't even know what I could say. 10 times more than I would have thought. It's easy to get around. It has everything that I want, things to do. No, I did not see this coming. Long story short.
No, I didn't either. When we were leaving Charlotte to come to Florida, I remember thinking like, oh, like, yeah, we did book Florida, but like, because Florida kind of gets a bad rap. First of all, Florida's known for very weird news stories, like just weird, like, man does this, and it's some weird thing, like, man eats alligator, like, weird, live alligator, not just like a dead one. And so I was like not even that excited, because we loved Charlotte. Like, leaving Charlotte was sad.
No, I mean, there's part of me that thinks we should still potentially go to Charlotte, but now we're here.
And we could also like do Charlotte after a year here. I don't know. Right now we just need to see these apartments and figure out if we are comfortable paying an arm and a leg. Will it be worth it? We shall see. Oh my gosh, just like driving to downtown St. Pete, I always get so excited. It's just so nice down here, guys. I mean, this is not the nice section, okay?
The allergy center.
So I'm not actually going to reveal the names of the apartments we toured, just because we might actually move into one of these things. So we want to, you know, keep that on the DL, but this will at least give you a good idea as to what you can get in downtown St. Petersburg. We quickly realized this 1 bed, 1 bath was way too small. We then toured a 2 bed, 2 bath at the same exact apartment complex. It was so nice. I love the floor to ceiling windows, the kitchen is beautiful, and it just felt so much more spacious. This would be the 2nd bedroom, probably converted to an office. You have a huge walk-in closet, and that's the 2nd closet, which is awesome. Bathroom is great. Then you go into the master bedroom, which is probably about the same size as the one we had in Cincinnati. This bathroom is insane, by the way. You've got the double sink, and then look at this shower. You could fit like 10 people in there. Obviously not that you would want to do that, but I'm just saying, you could. We just toured apartment 1. We are currently at apartment 2. What are your current thoughts?
Apartment 1 was nice.
I'm curious if we're gonna like it more or less.
They're already late to showing us, so.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Well, freak out. They're 5 minutes late. We know how you get when people are late. Lose it.
At the next apartment complex, we started out with a 1 bed, 1 bath, and it was just way too small for us. Just with both of us working from home, suddenly we realized we do need a lot more extra space. I mean, it doesn't have to be a whole extra bedroom, but this was kind of a small apartment. So we ended up looking at a 2 bed, 2 bath. My one complaint with this, you can see all of those lights are on. There was virtually no natural light getting in. I know you see those big windows, but there were trees covering it. However, apparently there are some of the apartments that have more natural light coming in just because there are no trees. So we wouldn't get this exact unit, but if there was more light, I'd be down. I really loved this place. Our next apartment complex was just down the street, 2 bed, 2 bath. It was really nice. I mean, this is like our first high-rise we've ever looked at. We've never lived in a high-rise, nor have we ever really toured one. Oh, actually, I guess in Cincinnati we did once, but yeah, it was really neat. I mean, you definitely had a lot of space, a lot of like openness to it. I will say the price is up there. I mean, you'll hear me talk about it later. Like these prices are insane, guys. It was really, really nice. We really liked it. You've got all that extra space, perfect for an office. And then we went and looked at a 2-bed, 2-bath that was huge. Like it was, I don't even know, I think almost 1,200 square feet. So it was very big, beautiful kitchen. And then the view outside is so cool. But there are some apartments in this building that have like water views, which we would love, but I can't even imagine how much those cost. But yeah, just a lot of extra space. And our big thing is closet space. Like we don't even necessarily need that much space to live, but we just need space to store our clothes and store our things and store Zach's 700 pairs of shoes. I'm kidding. And then we ended by looking at a 1-bed, 1-bath, which we both agreed we could easily live there because the bedroom was pretty big, but I mean, there was just no closet space. And look at those windows, by the way. I fell in love. I wish every apartment building had windows like that. Like, it just makes the space feel so much more open and happy. Guys, I don't know what to do. I feel like I was in a much better mood this morning before seeing the apartments than right now because I just feel confused and overwhelmed and also underwhelmed at the same time. Like, these apartments, I feel like every single time we opened the door and went in one, it's not, obviously you saw they were so nice, but for the price, I'm just like, what? Like, and obviously I understand the location. Like, downtown St. Petersburg, guys, I wish I got video today, but I didn't. There's so much. Like, it's like so shocking how much there is. Like, we keep discovering new pockets every single week. It's crazy, and it's such a cool area, but a part of me does wonder, is it too much for me? I mean, obviously I know there are people who live in New York City, right? And I'm like not complaining, but I think downtown St. Petersburg is too busy. I'm just so used to living like in a very calm, peaceful, quiet environment. I've never lived in like a city before. I mean, obviously you guys know I'm from Long Island, so I grew up 40 minutes from the city, but it was always one of those things. I go in there for work when I interned in the city, and then I come home to my peace. So I don't know, it's just different, but it also like intrigues me. I'm like, wow, like what is like the city life? I feel so stupid even saying that. It's St. Petersburg. It's not like a, you know, New York City, a corporate city, but still it definitely like is a lot of people going in and out. And I just don't know, like there was no clear winner today. We kind of left each one of them saying like, that was nice. Like, let's see the next. That was nice. But none of them were like, where we walked in and we're like, this is it. And that is what happened to us when we moved into our Cincinnati apartment. You know, we had toured a bunch where we were like, okay, like we could live here. And then we walked into the unit, we ended up signing, and like both of us just looked at each other like, we need this unit now. Like I remember how excited we were. And we just didn't have that with any of these. And it's like, we maybe would have it more if it wasn't for the price tag attached to it. Do I really want to spend X amount of money? Which, I don't know. It's like, I've spent so long saving to buy, and to all of a sudden be spending so much on rent, like more than double our old rent. I just don't know what the right answer is. I have all of like the brochures. We only looked at 3 today. I think I need to like keep looking. Like I think even during the week when Zach's working, I might book a few appointments. Like I just need to see all of our options. One thing I didn't show you guys today is the amenities at each place. It's insane. I mean, there are rooftops, rooftop pools, rooftop gyms, like I mean, I've never seen anything like that. But then again, I don't want to book a place just for the amenities, because obviously like where I live in my little bubble, like that's what matters more to me than a pool or a gym, which it does matter, but I don't think I should book a place on the amenities alone. So we still don't know. We have no idea. Obviously, another thing complicating things is that we are looking for the beginning of next year, like maybe February, and the units we're touring won't be open then. So like we're kind of just touring them to get a feel, but it's very important for me to see the exact unit because like I need to know like the lighting situation. Is there a tree blocking the window? That makes a huge impact. That was what was happening with our condo in Charlotte. We just had a very dark condo, and I just don't like darkness. Like right now I'm looking out like the beautiful windows. Like it just makes me so happy to wake up each morning. One thing I love to do is I close my blinds in my bedroom because I want to be in my little hole, but I never close the blinds in the living room because I love just immediately walking out into the light. Like that matters to me, and I don't know. You guys are getting a very raw, real reaction, but you know what? I think it's normal in life to not always like have the answers and know, and it's really fun when it kind of just like hits you like this is what we're meant to do. But as of right now, I don't know. Meanwhile, Zach's just like peacefully sleeping on the couch. He's not stressed at all. But I mean, he's in the same boat as me. Like we just do not know. But we have just loved Florida, specifically St. Petersburg, so much. And we are, as you saw in the car, 80% or 65% sure. Like we want to give it a try here for at least a year. We love it. I mean, it's December and it was in the high 70s as we're strolling around. And I get it. Summer's gonna be tough. Like there's no getting around it. We're not gonna be like frolicking in the summertime, but would I prefer a Florida summer to a Cincinnati or a New York winter? Yeah, I would, because in the winter in New York, I'm just hibernating. I literally don't leave my apartment, and I hate living life like that. Like, because whenever spring hits, I'm like, oh man, like it's so worth it. Like we got through the winter, but it just takes up so much of your life. Like I don't want to live 60 to 70% of my life sitting inside waiting for it to warm up. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, it's less than 60 to 70%. For me personally, like I find 50 degrees to be very uncomfortably cold. Like I just do. I'm not gonna, play outside. That sounds weird. I sound like a little kid, but like play tennis or pickleball or go for a run in 50 degrees. I'm just not. So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Now I'm stressed. I'm gonna be like staring at these packets all night. Like I really need to like just calm down. Well, I was right. It's a couple hours later and I've spent this entire afternoon / evening, A, editing this vlog, trying to get ahead, #VLOGMAS, and B, obsessively looking at apartments, the ones we toured, new ones. Then I just spontaneously booked a tour to see a condo tomorrow to buy. I am all over the place. I don't know, like for some weird reason, renting is just not feeling right to me. It's just not. I don't know. And this is my nature. Like I'm a very like obsessive person when I want something or I'm confused about something. Like I need it to just be right. Like I will just continuously worry about it and just, my gosh, I don't know. So stay tuned for tomorrow to see that tour. This one though, I don't even know why I did it. It's going to be, I'll explain more tomorrow, but it'll be like a fixer-upper, so it's not going to look nice, but I think the views are really cool and it has potential. The question is though, how much will it cost to fix up? Like, do we have the funds for that? And obviously one of the things that kind of stinks about Vlogmas for me is editing my own footage. That does take up a portion of my day. Like I can't just like live my life and then send in the footage for the editor. The reality is like I'm a one-man band, so I am also editing. I'm sorry, I know this isn't interesting footage for you guys, but editing will always be like my favorite part. Just having it all come together. At Local 12 when I was a reporter, we were a union shop, which means I was not allowed to edit anything. I also wasn't allowed to pick up a camera, and the reason for that is it protects our photographers and their jobs, because MMJs, multimedia journalists, the ones who are reporting and shooting and editing, are kind of a threat to photographers, aka videographers, whatever you want to call it. We just call it photographers in the news business, but it's a threat to photographers because it's essentially taking their job. Instead of having a reporter and a photographer, you're just having one, an MMJ. So everyone, I'd say 90% of the news population hates it. It just sucks. It's never like, the piece will never be as good when it's just one person working on it, with exceptions. There are some people who are so freaking talented and prefer it, but most people certainly do not. So I was never able to edit my own stuff at Local 12. That was not the case at my first station though. I was editing, but I missed it. Like I just love putting together my own pieces. One random thing I forgot to mention, I actually didn't end up drinking my advent calendar coffee this morning because this is one of 2 coffees that contains milk. They have them on the back just because it actually contains the nutrition facts. Obviously, normally coffee doesn't, because it's just like what, less than 5 calories. But this is red velvet latte mix, and I can't have that. And I don't even think Zach can either, because he hasn't been drinking milk. Speaking of Zach, I feel bad. He's actually feeling super sick, so I'm not gonna put him on camera, obviously. But you obviously saw him sleeping before, which is very unlike Zach. He doesn't normally just take naps in the middle of the day. And then all of a sudden I heard him like let out a scream. I was in the office and I could tell it was, because he'll let out screams all the time, like with the TV, like, oh, like for sporting events. But I could tell he was in pain. He just got like an awful pain in his stomach, which he has been doing fine with his stomach problems. He's been going to physical therapy twice a week. But yeah, he let out like a yell, and I came rushing in and he was in pain. And then now he just doesn't feel well. He has like a headache and he's just not feeling great. So I think we're gonna stay in tonight, which honestly is a-okay with me. I myself am feeling pretty tired for no reason at all. I didn't even work out this morning, but I guess I did wake up earlier than normal because I had to finish editing last night's vlog. But even though obviously it is warm outside, there's something about Christmas time and just staying in. Oh my gosh, the fire isn't on. What the heck? We need the coziest vibes possible. There we go. There's just something about it. Oh, and today, I didn't even mention it, US lost in the World Cup. Downtown was crazy because the game was obviously super early our time, because it was, I think it's in like Qatar or something. So downtown was insane, super early in the morning. I feel like that was also a little like I enjoy going to that, but living in that, I don't know. So I think I was getting like a false representation of downtown St. Petersburg today, where it just seemed so hectic. And like, I don't know, I'm the type of person, the more people that are around me, the quieter I get. Like when it comes down to it, I'm a pretty like outgoing, loud person, but not if I'm in an environment I don't feel comfortable in. For example, growing up in class, I mean, this goes for like when I was in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 12th grade in college, I've never been the type who like raises their hand and is like super like talkative. I just never feel comfortable in a class environment, so I'm super quiet. But if I'm like with my people, we're all good. But like crowds, I'm not a fan. Just got back from Kava, an old favorite. Apparently they just opened this in St. Petersburg. I don't know if that's a lie or not. I think someone commented on one of my videos saying that. So I got perfect, a build your own bowl. Corn, pita chips, chicken. I think we've got some romaine in there, cucumbers, and brown rice. Zach I think he got the chicken and date bowl. Whoa, I don't know what it is. Yours feels so heavy.
I had a double meat.
And then, yes, I did indeed get the pita. You gotta. We're gonna be changing this to a movie called, I think it's called either Good Nurse or Bad Nurse, one of the two on Netflix that I've been bugging Zach to watch for like weeks. He's refused, but since I picked us up dinner, he's letting me pick. And with that being said, I'm going to end the vlog here. Just have like a nice, relaxing night. Zach's never on his laptop. He's only on his laptop for 3 reasons. 1, if he's working. 2, if he's buying shoes. Or 3, if he's looking at houses / apartments / condos, which is what he is doing right now, because our lives are a mess. So be sure to stay subscribed to watch this all unfold. We'll see what ends up happening. I have no idea, but it's all gonna be okay. At least that's what I tell myself.